We live in a world that is obsessed with the new. The latest phone, the sleekest electric car. They promise progress and excitement, but behind their shiny exterior lies a hidden cost. Take batteries, the heart of our electric revolution. The cobalt and lithium they require are often mined in Africa, fueling another kind of hunger, a hunger for profit, regardless of human cost. These mines, often shrouded in secrecy, can be places of exploitation. Workers, including children, toil under dangerous conditions, their health sacrificed for our insatiable needs. The profits rarely benefit local communities, but instead flow to multinational corporations and wealthy nations. This is not progress, it is a continuation of colonial exploitation, a story repeated throughout history. We must ask ourselves, is the convenience of a longer-lasting phone battery worth the suffering of these miners? Can we celebrate the transition to electric cars while ignoring the human rights violations that drive their production? These are not easy questions, but they are questions we can no longer afford to ignore. The true cost of progress must account for everyone involved, not just the end consumer. From the streets of Tokyo to the catwalks of Paris, fashion trends spread across the globe. We are bombarded with images of the latest styles, fueling a desire for the new and trendy. But this constant stream of clothing comes at a price, often paid by textile workers in developing countries. Fast fashion relies on cheap labor and often exploits workers in countries with lax labor laws. Long working hours, unsafe working conditions, and starvation wages are the norm. These are the hidden costs sewn into the fabric of our clothes, the human sacrifices made to satisfy our insatiable appetite for the latest trends. Think also of the environmental impact. Mountains of discarded clothing pile up, filling landfills and polluting ecosystems. The fashion industry is a major polluter, consuming vast amounts of water and energy. Our desire for cheap, disposable clothing fuels a global crisis. It's time to rethink our relationship with fashion. We can choose quality over quantity and support ethical brands that prioritize fair labor practices and sustainable production. We can embrace vintage clothing and explore the creativity of repairing and reusing our existing wardrobes. By making conscious choices, we can begin to dismantle the exploitative system of fast fashion. The riches of the sea have long adorned our tables, providing us with nourishment and joy. But our insatiable appetite for fish and shellfish is pushing the ocean's ecosystems to their limits. Overfishing has decimated fish stocks, leaving a trail of destruction. Destructive fishing methods like bottom trawling are akin to clear-cutting forests on land. They scrape the ocean floor, destroying habitats and killing marine life indiscriminately. Dead zones, devoid of oxygen and life, are spreading, a harsh reminder of the consequences of our actions. The impact on coastal communities that rely on fishing for their livelihood is devastating. As fish stocks dwindle, so do their incomes and food security. The true cost of our seafood is measured not just in dollars and cents, but in the destruction of ecosystems and the livelihoods they support. We must become conscious consumers and demand sustainable choices for fish and shellfish. Supporting responsible fishing methods and reducing our overall consumption are crucial steps. The future of our oceans and the communities that depend on them hinges on our choices. Denmark, with its robust social safety net and high standard of living, is often highlighted as a model of progress. But what if the whole world aspired to live like the Danes? The answer is disheartening. Our planet simply cannot sustain it. Our current consumption model is based on an illusion of unlimited resources. We are depleting our planet's limited resources at an alarming rate and leaving a legacy of environmental degradation and social inequality. The consequences are already being felt, from climate change to biodiversity loss to resource scarcity. The time for gradual changes is over. We need a fundamental shift in our values, from a culture of consumption to a culture of sustainability. This requires us to rethink our relationship with material possessions, embrace a circular economy, and prioritize social and environmental justice. We have the power to create a more just and sustainable future, but it requires collective action and a willingness to challenge the status quo. Let's choose a path of conscious consumption and recognize that the true cost of our choices extends far beyond the price tag. Please like and subscribe to support our channel.